Hey guys, welcome back to BBarbstat&fact. I'm Brian Barbeau. I do stats and facts about my 4 favorite sports teams. Have you ever been to Florida? It's nice down here. This is where I've been vacationing for the holidays. It's great. Weather's about 75 degrees today. It's sunny. Actually, I'm going back tomorrow, but it's been one of the only sunniest days down here. It's been warm, but very cloudy. Don't have the suntan I was expected like I usually do when I get down here, but that's besides the point. I just want to thank to my audience and to my subscribers and to all the people that view me, and want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas. Ho ho ho, hold my beer. Got this for a Christmas present. I think it's great. And a very upcoming Happy New Year. Usually I do like video. I do stats and facts about my 4 favorite sport teams, but I separate them. So I do a Colts video, Leafs video, Celtics video. Haven't done a Ticats video yet. I've done one Ticats video, but that's the off season. Ticats don't start till June of next year. But I'm gonna do a combination of the Leafs, Colts, and Celtics. How they've been doing recently. So I'll just give you a breakdown. The Leafs, winners of December 23rd, 4-1 over the Columbus Blue Jackets. The prior game lost Wolf 9-3 to Buffalo. That was hard to watch. By the way, my dad's team is Buffalo. He's a Buffalo Sabres fan. Imagine what that environment was like. Leafs, the prior game before that, losing 5-2 to the New York Rangers. They didn't play a great game, but they had 3 bounces that just went off sticks, shin pads. Actually, the one goal that New York scored, it literally went directly. Morgan Riley went to go block a shot. It deflected off the side of the shin pad and went 5-hole on Martin Jones. Can't blame him for that. I mean, 3 bad bounces in that game. That doesn't upset me. What upsets me is when you play an inferior team like Buffalo, no offense, and you lose 9-3. And Austin Matthews quoted it as one of the most embarrassing games of my career. Actually, in the Austin Matthews Mitch Marner, it was probably the most embarrassing loss they've had. Remember that 9-2 game back on November 18th, 2014? Holy Christ. Against Nashville? Oh, that was something. But that was the 14-15 Leafs. Leaf fans remember how bad that was. That was nostalgic, that's for sure. So 1-2 in their last 3 games. Puck drop tonight against the Ottawa Senators at 7 o'clock at the Scotiabank Arena. Leafs 1-1 against the Ottawa Senators this year, losing 6-3 in the first matchup and winning 4-3 in the last matchup in Ottawa. A game which saw Joseph Wall get hurt and make 2 carbon copy saves on cross crease pass to Vladimir Tarasenko, which landed up in the back of Joseph Wall's glove. Carbon copy saves. Cross crease stretch pass. Oh my God. And then he gets hurt with a lower body injury, and I think a lot of that had to do with those saves. So puck drops tonight at 7 o'clock. Now the Colts. Colts are 8-7 in the NFL. They're 8-7. They currently hold the last wild card spot the 7th seed in the AFC. Losers of 1 in a row, but winners of 5 of 7. They're 5-2 in their last 7 games after starting the season 3-5. My last video on YouTube, I did a video on the Colts finally beating the Pittsburgh Steelers for the first time in 15 years and for the first time in 8 games. Colts victorious 30-13. It was a complete polar opposite game against the Atlanta Falcons as the Colts dropped 29-10. The Colts scored on their opening possession, took a 7-0 lead. Aside from that, they virtually did nothing the rest of the game. Atlanta running wild. Heineke playing well, throwing for over 250 yards. The running attack just killing us, eviscerating us, shredding holes through our defense. Jonathan Taylor returning to the lineup, scoring a 1-yard touchdown pass. Aside from that, he virtually did nothing. The offensive line just couldn't generate any holes for him, so he couldn't get any offense there. Gardner Minshew, just not much of anything. A pick, sacked multiple times. Frustrating day to watch. But they still hold the last final wild card spot. They're 8-7. They've got the Raiders and the Houston Texans the last 2 games. They will be playing meaningful football the remainder of the season. I said at the beginning of the season, this is a building kind of year for them. You know, rookie quarterback, we don't know what's going to happen. Last year they finished 4-12-1. Started the season 4-5-1, then subsequently losing their last 7. A debacle beyond belief. 33-0 loss. Blown lead to the Minnesota Vikings at halftime last year. I said this year, if they'd win 5 games, it would be a very good year for them. They have exceeded my expectations. They've doubled their win total from a year ago. They're 8-7. Even if they do lose their next 2 games, which, you know, I hope they do win. You know, it's been a good year for them. They've definitely got a bright future. Anthony Richardson is progressing fast in his rehab. His shoulder is healing very nicely. Hope to get him back next year. I think he's going to tear it up if he stays healthy, and the offensive line can keep him upright and protected. So 8-7. They got the Raiders. They've got the Houston Texans in the final week. So we'll see what happens there. As far as the Boston Celtics go, woof. They are just, aside from the Golden State game where they had a 17-0 lead, blew it. Golden State went in overtime, 132-126. They were just recently on a 4-game road trip out in California. Came away 3-1. Won the following night, 144-119 over the up-and-coming young Sacramento Kings. DeAndre Fox, that kid is a hell of a player. First time they made the playoffs last year in 17 years for them. Eviscerating them. Then played the Clippers at the Crypto Arena. And Kawhi Leonard did not play in that game. They crushed them. They absolutely crushed them. 145-108. Even if Kawhi Leonard hadn't played, you still have Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. Pretty much no shows there. They've got 5, and then on Christmas Day beating LeBron James' Los Angeles Lakers by a score of 126-115. This Celtic offense, they have 5 guys. Their starting 5 can score at least 20 or more points in every game. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, 2 of the top 10 players in the NBA. Obviously, during the our offseason acquisitions are paying off in dividends right now. You trade away Rob Williams, who was one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. Obviously, was on the finals team a couple of years ago against Golden State. Very injury prone, though. Very injury prone. And he was traded to Portland during the offseason. He just blew out his knee, so he's for the whole season, so he will not be playing the remainder of the year. Marcus Smart going to Memphis. We add Kristaps Porzingis, which is like a Robert Williams. Gives you the same value as Robert Williams as far as the interior shot blocking, and he gives you offense. He has been tremendous this year, but the only issue with him is Kristaps is can he stay healthy? He's had injury problems throughout his career. Can he stay healthy? And he's been very productive for us this year. Drew Holiday, we bring in as NBA champion. Remember he won with the Bucks back in 2021. The only way this team doesn't go to the NBA Finals this year is if they get, barring any major injuries to Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, or any of that starting five, or if we beat ourselves, this team has a great chance, not only going to the finals, but winning the whole thing. East Finals last year, Game 7. NBA Finals the year before, 2022, against the Warriors, losing 4-2. So, 3-1 in their last 4 games, 11-2 over their previous 13. They are on a roll. They're juggernaut. They're chugging away right now. That is it for this video. I'm going home tomorrow. My trip is almost over. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it just as thoroughly, just as much as we did producing it. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, tell your friends, your family members, share it. Thank you for your support. I'm going back to Canada tomorrow, and I'll be preparing for the next in-person video. I also, if you're new to this channel, I upload YouTube Shorts, which is player highlights from my favorites, player highlights from my teams. So just I pretty much upload the video, edit it, and then describe the play as best of my knowledge. So those are pretty cool. Getting a lot of views on those. So anyway, from Indiantown, Florida, my last day here. Thank you, and thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.